Welcome back for another episode of the RADelaide Summit podcast. On this week's episode, we cover... Does anyone smell that?
Ooh, what is it?
It's burnt toast.
Frank hasn't showered
it's
again.
actually burnt cob loaf.
Burnt cob loaf.
The boys went racing only an hour ago.
Literally,
Shit.
I'm still in my kit.
Oh
That's
my
the smell.
God. You've
Alex.
probably got cheese
I'm
growing
creating
down
some
there.
stuff.
No, he's that's kombucha.
Oh my God. Apparently, we're only 1 week out from the Super Series. Come along for the ride.
Ruby opens up. Taman is back. It's time to do the business.
If you're new to the podcast and haven't listened to us before, each week we scour the Strava leaderboards, watching you do your efforts up Norton Summit and discuss them here on the podcast, whether you like it or not. So there's a chance we might shame you, but we promise not to name you personally, and the odds are high, but we probably will shame ourselves that we're probably not as fast as you.
Definitely not.
This week. Look, at the end of the day, our goal is to encourage and celebrate everyone going up Adelaide's best hill climb, Norton Summit, and reaching their own goals. So with that, let's introduce ourselves. We are your summiteers. Alex.
Hello.
Wang.
G'day.
I'm Kashi.
Ciao.
Burnt cob loaf.
Oh, we missed Frankie. And Frankie.
And me.
Frankie.
That's my editing skills this week.
And I'm Kashwai.
Oh, and Kashwai.
Yes. Welcome, guys.
Kashwai squared.
Welcome, ladies and listeners, to another episode of our potty.
Yeah, as always, we need to know what's been happening on or around the summit this week, starting with Lewang.
Hello. Well,
It's been a copy and paste.
6 minute Wang.
first off the ranks, I just got pulled over by the cops
Yeah.
at the top of the
'Cause you
alleyway
were,
here for a random drug and alcohol testing.
To be fair, anyone could look at you and be like, yeah, this bloke looks good.
To be honest, when I
Yeah,
drove past and just briefly looked at the car, I didn't know it was you. It did look like a drug dealer. Really? Out the window, and I was like, oh, and then I saw that it was you.
You are lean too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably thought I was
And
on
the
meth.
bum bag doesn't bring it into the potty, but
And the SA shoes.
And the Oakley.
So, but yeah, good news was I was
Wallet
negative. Negative for both.
negative for both.
But positive for something
I did
else.
have a positive for being a, what was that you said before? See you.
Caring, understanding, nice
positive
type.
for being a caring, understanding, nice type. So,
Lol.
no, I did have a mouthful of KFC at the time as well, so I had to quickly finish that so he could get the sample off my tongue, and he told me not to stop eating. Stop eating
What off your
KFC.
tongue?
The sample for
His
the drug.
sample or your sample?
He certainly didn't leave a sample there. So. But no, another solid week this week for myself. Probably should start the taper
you
next
gonna
week, I
start
reckon,
taper? Yeah.
with
What are
Nats
you
coming
tapering
up.
for? Yeah.
Nats.
Question: how long should you be tapering, and what does tapering look like before a race?
Yeah, good call.
Because I don't know. Like I keep
I don't-
going hardcore until the race.
It's just tapering is backing off the intensity and also the volume.
So you should just stop riding before your
No.
race.
No,
Never
definitely
stop
not.
riding.
No.
No.
So if you're doing, like, say, 10 hours with a bit of volume,
Maybe you'll
macro
do
week,
7.
you'd probably
Yeah.
do 7. And then within that, your workouts, if you're generally doing like 3 sets of
Yeah.
an effort, you maybe just back it off to 2.
Oh, so
But
you still
keep
you
the
still
intensity.
do the you
Still
keep
need
the
a little bit of
intensity
intensity.
up.
You still need to
Because
do the
whenever I hear
activators.
tapering, I think of like a worm slowly dying.
I do feel like that.
That's the worst. to stop altogether is the worst thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why a lot of guys
interesting.
come out from the rest day in Grand Tours, and the next day they're just shit.
They normally do 100 plus Ks on
Some
the rest
guys
day.
won't
Yeah,
do anything,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it takes them 3 hours to
Because
warm
they
up.
get so inflamed.
Yeah.
They swell up.
Yeah, no, I thought tapering off meant like you just slowly stop riding and you just spin your legs before the race. But no, you still keep intensity,
Still
which
keep a
is
little
interesting.
intensity, just less of it, and
Interesting.
less volume, less intensity. So.
Good to know.
But
Continue.
no, fell just shy of 24 hours this week. Actually,
Yeah.
6 minutes short, which annoyed me.
Tapering, 24 hours.
So 870 odd K,
How much?
870 this week. So I'm toying with going home and doing 30 just to get the 900 for the week. So, but mate, we'll see.
That is outrageous.
We'll see what happens.
Like, you actually, I'm not pissing any pockets because we
Go ahead, piss in my pockets.
that's fucking outrageous. Like, it really is.
Okay, how do you feel like you're tracking for Masters?
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
Yep.
going all right.
So just if I have a nice sleep in the car on the way over.
You know,
and-
I'm flying. You can fucking drive.
no, we'll be right. Apparently, the long-range weather forecast for Shepparton is looking good.
Isn't it just going to be cold?
So, no, apparently it's all right.
Okay.
But I assume it's always cold over in that place. So, I did team ride this morning. We were one person short from the team ride this morning. Won't name any names. Person who organised it, but that was just.
I was on my way. I was on my way.
And you soon turned
So
around.
it's Christmas.
Just a little beach cruise with the predominantly with the women's team and Mr. Dixon. Winter crits today. Just giving back again to the community. sitting on my corner.
It technically is volunteering when you work out the hours for the dollars paid.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
It's a scam. I wouldn't get out of bed.
Well, I was going to go anyway, so I might as well earn myself some coin and do some networking. So that's about it. Apart from that,
I
pretty boring week.
actually did hear from a certain unknown source that you actually on the corner, not yelling, but like giving encouragement to other riders out there.
Wow, that's a first.
I witnessed this.
I did actually leave my corner
And I was
to go and get a donut.
confused and concerned at where the wang has gone.
So you tipped the cop to ask to see if
Yeah,
he's on
like,
drugs.
make sure he's not
cool,
fucking high.
I took some videos to send to your brother because he wanted some live streaming.
Cornering skills, yeah.
So, that poor guy in E grade, he's still trying to get around that bottom corner. Wasn't he?
I reckon I saw him get lapped
No,
three times.
that's what I mean. He was encouraging it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the wang was encouraging.
Yeah, because he did.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I'm only a little bit dropped," and I was like, "It's okay, mate. Just keep going." He got lapped like 6 times in E grade.
Yeah,
poor guy.
Yeah, I used to do that all the time. Like
No,
get lapped.
this was another
You
level.
have to keep.
This was
going.
another level.
Yeah,
like,
he's.
Well, good
Yeah.
on him for being out there, though.
That's what I
he
told him.
was.
Keep
Definitely,
going, mate.
definitely.
Fuck, you pay at the end of the day. You pay your money. Fuck it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get to pay
might as well get
$25
money's
bucks.
worth.
He's just getting his money's worth.
He very
More
much
than
got his
everybody
money's
else.
worth.
Exactly.
If he was dollar to minute ratio, he was the best value for money out there. That's about it for me.
Yeah, all right.
Who we got next?
Frankie.
Frankie.
Yes. Hello.
was your team ride this morning?
So, well, okay. So for the I had every intent on showing up today, but I was riding up Port Road, and I swear this rock was in my tire. I swear I could have like taken it off and put it on a ring and sold it for $5,000.
Did
An expensive
the tyre go
engagement ring.
down?
Yes, it did.
It did, okay.
It did, and because I'm too scared to change my Cervelo tire thingamabobs, because I don't want to like wreck the beautiful carbon.
Do you have a tyre lever in your bag?
I forgot my
Oh,
whole
you forgot
bag.
the whole
I forgot
bag.
the whole bag. So I just
Nothing.
I just called my brother and I was like, please pick me up.
It was only flat on the bottom.
So I went home and did an ergo instead. I did under overs for
Work.
45 minutes.
Nice.
That was hard, but going really well. I've actually lost 4 kilos in the last 5 weeks, being very
done.
eating lean.
And your calves look awesome.
Thank you. It's
Baby
my
cows.
finest asset. But yes, in some other a bit, not so great news. So I've actually been away from the podcast for a little bit because unfortunately my dad had a heart attack, and he got home yesterday and he's doing okay.
That is great to hear.
He's Rocco.
He's okay. He's had lots of setbacks, but I don't know. Like the last 3 weeks have been really difficult. I guess it's the first time I've really been
life.
hit with the reality of my parents' mortality. I don't actually really think about it that seriously. But yeah, like when Dad got into ICU, I was like, holy shit, like holy fuck, like he could.
Confronting.
Yeah,
How was
So-
Olga hanging up? Is she all right?
She's stressed.
Yeah,
But
I can imagine.
apologies for not showing up last week, but
No.
I had other
Family
things.
It's probably the only excuse that you could get away with.
Yeah, probably. Hey,
Is that the first time that you've had to not to get deep, but is that the first time you've had to be confronted with death?
no, actually, here's a trauma dump for you. So, I actually found my grandfather after he committed suicide.
Oh, fucking
shit.
Jesus.
Yes, so this was back in 2015. So
Yeah.
I'm actually petrified of the dark now because I remember like walking around the house,
Yeah.
everything pitch black,
Yeah.
and then as soon as you turn on the light, and then
Yeah.
obviously what I saw. So it's seeing a dead body that's a family member, it's
Yeah.
very, very different to seeing them alive. Like they actually look like a shell.
I
And
know- I
you would
definitely
know.
know
You
this,
are
yeah.
you're a nurse, and so for me, I think I started getting quite stressed because after Dad's operation, like he kind of looked like that, and I started getting a bit, triggered and whatnot.
Yeah.
But he's doing okay. So it's just like taking one day at a time, and also appreciating your parents because they're not going to be around forever. And yeah, like I literally accepted that there was a possibility that my dad was going to die.
Yeah,
And I didn't like that. So,
it's not fun.
I wrote him
it's
a
not.
nice little letter telling him all the things.
Have you given it to him?
I have, yes.
Good.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He did
With a
cry.
photo.
Did you
His
tear up?
calves.
Huh?
Oh, Rocco.
Well,
teared
yeah,
up, did
well,
he?
like you would know, ethnic men don't show emotion much. In that from
that era.
from
Oh,
that generation,
fuck, no.
they are
Not
like
the
solid
chance.
brick walls, and obviously being hit with the reality of like my dad's mortality, I was just like, there's actually kind of like a few things that I want to say to him, and I would probably regret not telling him if he was to pass away. So, just a reminder to anybody
Has that
listening.
changed your outlook on how you feel about people?
In terms of like people that I know,
Love and
or just people.
appreciation and like actually speaking your truth.
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I do speak my truth to a degree anyway, but
Well, you think you all just got looks like Frankie.
You can't play us.
You'll never get this. You'll never get this.
You're not telling the truth now.
yeah, no, it's changed something. I don't actually know. I don't know what it is yet, but it's like I feel very.
You're growing.
Not really.
No, it's true. It's the first
yeah.
step.
Growing or glowing? Both.
Same, but
Both.
different. Yeah.
More appreciative, I think.
Very-
Glad that everyone's alive and we're all
Epic.
doing things. So yeah. Anyway, I'm
So
back.
ergos as well.
Ergos, I'm very proud of myself. I've still been doing exercise.
for
Obviously
the health.
losing some weight. I mean, with Super Singers around the corner, that's going to be a real test. But yeah, that's
So
my
good.
general life update. Sorry to trauma dump on everyone.
No, it's epic.
It's life. It's
shit.
life.
It is life.
That's what's
yeah.
up.
Yeah. Anyway, Cashy.
Oh yeah. What have we
Cashwa.
done this week? It's a bit of a copy paste this week.
It's not. We raced.
We raced today.
Yes. How did you go?
Wasn't bad. I
Had a little bit of a mechanical, didn't you?
mechanical.
What happened? Like your wheels fell off or something?
No,
No.
S5 chain things.
Oh,
I-
I had that at Waterfall Gully. It's a piece of shit.
No, so I twisted my chain where the links got a bit twisted. So our friend of mine, Real Chamoy, was gallivanting up the road, got in the winning move, and then my chain decided to keep going up and down off the cassette. So our friend, oh my God, what's his name? The Moth, our contour mate.
Oh,
Baker's dozen.
Baker's dozen.
Thank you. Helped me out. I stopped. He sorted me out.
Oh, bless.
So I need to purchase said new chain.
Oh, dear.
But it was good.
Did you actually stop?
Yeah, I had to stop.
Did you got a lap out for mechanical or not?
I just
You just took a lap out.
DIY lap, yeah.
I didn't notice this.
Yeah, I did.
I saw the mechanical.
Oh,
but I didn't
really?
see you
I
take
like
the lap out.
banged in,
I
did
saw
like the
you
cyclocross
go
flick.
backwards, but then I didn't know where you went.
Yeah, I flicked out, and Baker's dozen was just like, I was like, oh, sweet, okay, cool, yeah, that'd be great if you can help me, yeah. And then it's a shout out, good work,
Nice.
thank you. I got like 15 hours in this week too.
Fuck.
That's a lot of hours.
Climbed 3 times as well.
Mount Norton?
Bouldering.
No, climbed bouldering.
Oh, okay,
3
sorry.
times as well. And worked 45, 50 hours.
Living it up, man.
Yeah, and just eating like a king too. Fucking
Hectic.
groceries are expensive. Holy shit.
The cost of
Everything's
living.
fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Even Northeast
every day.
Massage just put their price up.
Oh, my God.
What did you say?
Even Northeast Massage just put their price up.
Do you think there's going to be an end to that? You reckon?
Yeah, happy
It'll
ending.
never come down. It'll never come down.
I'm getting a pay rise in a couple of weeks, so I think I'll be all right.
House prices will start to come down too.
Everyone
It's the third month in a row they've held interest rates.
Yeah, but everyone says house prices are going to go down, but
No,
they're
they
not
won't. They have
because
to.
everyone
Rates will
is
drop.
going to be saying that they're going to wait, and they're going to wait until September, which is September now, by the way. And then everyone who's been saving, like moi, is going to then flood the market because they've been waiting because everyone's been saying wait till September.
They'll come down early next year.
Jushka.
That's what's going to happen.
Patient. But yes, what else? Went to see a jazz band last night.
Ooh.
It was pretty fun. And then, yeah,
Sweet.
went out and chilled in the sunshine today. It was bloody delicious. So it was a really good week, productive week with work, training, life.
It's only going to get
Delightful.
better this week with the weather.
Fucking honestly, winter
28 on Thursday.
killed me. Hey,
Yeah,
I
good.
was winter.
You still haven't called COVID, so it's not that bad.
It's true. Actually, no, we'll talk about when we talk about crits. But
All right. Alex.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Alex.
I did bugger all this week, maybe 6 hours.
You but you
Yeah,
probably
but that's
worked
because you're
100 hours.
Yeah.
I haven't actually. I did. Work's been busy, but I've been doing echelon coaching, echelon cycling. Rolled out to McLaren Vale yesterday. Got home with 99.88 Ks. I don't know how.
Fucking wanker. Look, it's triggering Brent Coblake as well.
I am also triggered.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Fucking bullshit.
I was riding down my street laughing. Stop.
So you weren't even home when you
I
stopped.
was about 50 metres.
That
would
is
have got it.
I would have
so
got it. Yeah,
annoying.
it was
That
deliberate.
is so
Wanker.
It was
That's
definitely
actually the
deliberate.
funniest thing ever. Yeah, up
No, it's not funny. Not funny at all.
High five that.
No, no.
A high five.
Better not.
Ban him.
in the gym.
You
and
shouldn't have Strava if you're going to do that.
Everything
Well,
should
you should have it
private.
anyway because
It's the only ride I
Look
put
at these
on
enablers,
public
I
as
love
well. Don't react and I won't do it.
No, I can't.
Just look at
It's
you.
an illness, Alex. Stop making fun of my OCD, please.
I don't even think I have OCD. I
You
don't know
do as well.
Honestly,
You must do.
this
I don't
guy's
know.
house is immaculate.
Really?
Yeah, hard out.
Yeah, I'm full on OCD.
It turns me on a bit.
What? the wang turns you on a bit.
Oh, come on, I'm just here. I'm just here.
Listeners at home, you can see them both go red.
Be honest.
Oh man, I'm also OCD as well. I need everything has a place and it's
Oh,
clean.
Oh, yeah.
And you
It has a
need
place,
I need to be able like lick the floor.
Everything's got
Yeah.
a place except yours because it can't fit anywhere.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
All right, you know what? Shall we move on?
Yeah.
To finish off my week, I went to plunge, and I want to speak more about this with Burnt Cobloaf because she stiffed us and went without us.
Oh,
I suffered on Thursday night. Like, I suffered bad.
Who do you go, Big Banana?
No, she's been going like super early sessions. Or did she go with you yesterday?
She's probably.
I did go with her yesterday.
Sorry,
yeah.
I must not be listening properly. Where did you go?
Plunge.
Oh, so like you all went in a pool together.
Hot and cold
No,
pools.
no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rejection here this
Far
evening.
out. I think you were right what you said before. I think the problem is you.
Nope. Anyway, please tell us about your week.
Yes, well, nice segue. I did go to plunge yesterday, and it was a massive stitch up by the Big Banana because I got there. Usually what we would do is go to...
Oh, so you've been there more than once?
Yeah, but, no, but only
see
for
how it is.
infrared sauna.
Okay.
Only for infrared sauna. So that's what we would usually go... Huh?
Have a listen to it. Yeah, keep going.
Usually we would go to the infrared sauna and then we'd get out, like we'd do 20 minutes, get out, have a cold shower, go back in, do another 20 minutes. Anyway, so she's like...
Soft. Do the full 50.
In the infrared,
Yeah.
yes. But anyway, she was like, oh, yeah, we're just going to go around here, and goes around a corner that I've
Up the
never been
stairs.
around before into the barrel sauna.
Oh, yeah, that's
which
a hot
is
one.
like,
What's the
90
difference?
degrees.
It's 90 degrees instead of 60.
Of course, the Big Banana does that.
And I didn't know. And she's like, oh, haven't you been in the barrel? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was dying. And then she's like, oh, we'll get out and have a little rest. And by rest, she meant let's get in the cold pool, which I'd never been in before. 7 degrees. I don't even like a cold shower, let alone...
How
like,
good is the breathtaking first time in, though?
no,
Yes.
I didn't like anything about it from the second I put my toe in until I was all the way to the... And she's like, oh, it's just a minute and a half. So I waited until 50 seconds to go.
Oh, so a minute and a half is a long time.
Oh my sweet fucking god.
If you're doing it, if you're doing it right, a minute and a half is fine.
Yes. Just, yeah.
So the last time I was with Big Banana there, she was like hanging out of it, trying to keep as much of her body out of the 7-degree
no.
pool. So, no, she was into it.
Yep, she
yeah,
was.
right.
And she was so calm, in fact, that she was counting me down and giving me some support because I was really struggling.
Were you yelping?
I was.
Was
yeah.
this
I was
like this? I was going to say, was this reminiscent of said Norton Summer Effort?
yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Straight at me.
Because you guys are very similar.
You two are the same. It's like in stereo.
Very, very much.
It is in stereo.
Like Norton. But it did take my breath away, and I did hate it, and I never want to do it.
What about
again.
afterwards? How did you feel?
The sauna for the next 20 minutes was easier because I was still freezing.
Oh, so you guys
cold.
went back to the sauna after the 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which helps because
I haven't tried that yet, but I am like literally on cloud 74 when I leave there after
That's a
being
lot
in a
higher than 9.
Yeah,
It's actual research. Look it up.
Well, maybe if I didn't do the sauna after. I don't know. But I didn't like it. So anyway, that was a stitch up by her.
What about any cycling this week? Because you pretty much do the same hours as Wang.
Nah, I did 17 hours.
Oh.
Okay, now.
I don't work 40-something hours either. So
Nor do I.
What did you do for work?
I'm a renovation consultant.
So does that mean you go to a house and you say, oh, you can knock this wall down or you can't knock this
Yeah.
wall down?
And
very
I
nice.
choose their tiles and plan their shit.
I might need you later.
She can confirm that your bathroom will still cost 40 grand.
No. That's why I started my business because I hate that. I hate builders that go in and they're like, oh, how much would the kitchen be? Oh, 30 grand. Like, no, it's not.
That's good to know.
Really?
Yeah. Makes
Are you
me-
affiliated with IKEA?
I do like IKEA. I am a fan. Anyway, so 17 hours, 500K. That's pretty standard.
That is a standard week for you as well. Bit of copy paste there.
Yep. Pace.
It's like a bit of a mirror image on here, right?
What
Yes.
I did do,
Oh.
actually, I signed up for Tour de Flow.
Oh, you did?
Thank you.
Amazing.
Yes, I heard it on the podcast and I was like, oh.
Look at that.
And I looked into it and I sent her an email and I am eligible. So
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God.
Do
Yeah,
Do you want to take out my IUD and then I can be eligible?
Yep. Alex
Well-
Kemp-Flyers.
Wow, that
I think-
escalated very quickly. But yeah.
Jack Chain.
So when does it start for you then?
I don't know. I didn't fully read the email, but I know
Okay.
that we race in November. So
Awesome.
There's some
Congrats. Hopefully you get...
Is Zwift race, is it? Or?
Yeah, Zwift race. It
Zwift,
sounds
yeah.
like they're like TTs, so
Yeah, okay.
individual efforts, and you have to have blood tests before and stuff. Sounds a bit involved, but
You're going to get some good data. I would love to hear what your results are if that's okay.
Yeah, maybe
I
we
will
could do a
definitely let you
circle back
A revisit.
podcast. A revisit, a reflow.
A reflow.
Okay,
Wow.
sounds good.
And
Does it though?
and you're doing the Super Series as well?
Yes.
You are?
Yep.
Elite Women?
Yep.
Party. Awesome.
Hells yeah. All right.
All right, we've got some questions for you. I would like to know, before being 100% on the bike, what physical activity was for you.
So I didn't play sport or anything when I was a kid. So at school, I didn't. Yeah,
Were you
I
an
was
That's interesting because
academic?
okay in-
that's
Were you
normally
No, I
like,
wasn't. I was.
So not academic, but not sporty.
What'd you do?
I don't know. I watched Sports Days and wished that
I wish I could
be
do that.
good. I did. I literally would watch the brothers.
love
and
the
I'd be
yellow
like,
team.
Oh, they're so good. I wish I could do that. And I'd just sit there and watch them. And sometimes, actually, I lie. Sometimes they would put me in shot put if they needed an extra person because I couldn't do anything else. So I would do shot put occasionally.
that's interesting because usually there's always a segue from other sports into cycling. Like, oh, I played soccer and then I needed something low impact, so I went to cycling. Or
Well, when I was in my mid-20s, I started running and then I'm the type of person that just does everything to the extreme immediately. So when I
Yes.
started running, I
Why are you looking at me?
I pretty much within a year had done an ultra marathon.
Jesus Christ.
So
Which is how far? Ultramarathon?
that one was, well, it's anything over 42, which is
Okay.
a marathon. So that
Yeah.
one was 65.
You do?
Okay, now.
And then, so I did a couple of ultra marathons and then I decided to do triathlon and I immediately went to Ironman triathlon.
Yeah.
And so, within a year of doing that, I never did a standard distance triathlon. My very first one was a half Ironman.
Jesus Christ.
And then I did an Ironman and then
So how many Ironmans have you done?
only one because I
One.
got injured.
On which course?
Bustleton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then that kind of, because I got injured and I couldn't run anymore, I started cycling. And then,
There you go.
that's
Needed
where I am.
a low
Yeah,
impact
segue.
sport.
Low impact sport. Love that.
And now you do 17 hours a week.
Yeah. Well, it was a bit of a,
17 hours a week is probably minimal compared to what you had to do as an Ironman.
Yeah,
'Cause then you've got to do another two disciplines.
I didn't have Strava, and I wish I did.
Yeah.
I actually recorded everything in a book, and I want to go back
Done
and see
that.
how many hours it was because it was a lot.
Well, I do want to ask you. So you say that you go like basically balls deep into anything that you try, and obviously we can see that's happened with cycling because you started off in Keystone and then you quickly moved up to elite women, right?
Yes, there was a bit of a process to that, but yes.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so that kind of leads me to like I'm quite curious about racing in like elite women, because I know from my very very limited experience in like amateur racing, what I found with the women's races is that we all seem to like stick together until the very end, and then we sprint, and then that's it. Like no one really tries to do too much. And I was just wondering, does that change the higher you go up?
It depends on the race, but yes.
It does? Yeah. Is that because people are like more confident, or is it just we're fitter? What happens?
Well, I'm probably not the person that would animate a race because I'm not the strongest.
Right.
So I would probably be much like you guys and just...
hang on, suck a wheel.
Yeah, I'd be happy to roll around until the finish. And then,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I guess if you're not a bunch sprinter, like if you're not a good sprinter, then you're not going to want it to get to a bunch sprint.
Yeah.
So a lot of people that are in that situation will definitely try and animate the race during it.
Yeah, okay.
So,
and I suppose the higher you get into the sport, more elite, you'd probably have more of an understanding of what your strengths are, I'm assuming.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yes.
Satisfied with that?
I am satisfied.
Actually, in the lower grades, what did you actually do to win a race? What was it?
Yeah, how can I win a race?
No.
Well, the first crit I won was actually, and I remember... it was a B grade crit, and I remember Jenny McPherson. Oh, sorry, I don't know what her name is.
That's all right.
She said to me before the race, she said, "You just have to keep attacking. You're fit, and people are going to chase you, but eventually they're going to get sick of it, and the sprinters are going to get sick of it because they won't want to chase. They won't want to be using their energy." So she said, "Just keep attacking, and one time it will stick," and it did. I attacked 8 times, and the 8th time it stuck, and I got away, and I won.
See, the thing is with that, you need to be fit.
Yeah.
But you also need to you have doubt in your mind when you're on the trainer, for example. This is hard. When you're in the race, a bit of adrenaline, have a crack.
Yeah.
Like you've literally got to be curious, because all of a sudden you'll be like, oh, I got through that. And
It's interesting that you say that.
I got through that.
Because I was on the trainer today and I was sitting at, I think it was 205 watts, and I was doing 1 minute on, 1 minute off. Anyway, I was getting to the end of my 10th time doing that. I was like, fuck, how the fuck am I going to hold this in a race? I've only done this for 10 minutes and I'm at 205 watts. This is someone's FTP. This is Alex's Rico. What?
How many times? It's all relative.
Yeah, it is all relative.
All relative.
Yes, that's fair.
Massively.
So what's per kilo?
Yeah.
Yep.
But for example, today's race, I didn't look at my power number at all.
Yeah.
It was just follow the wheel, follow the wheel,
Did
follow
you
the
all
wheel.
finish?
Yeah.
Did you race today?
No.
No. Okay. Well, good work finishing.
Thank you. You've just been overseas routing around with your mate Kombucha.
Yes.
And I want to know, because obviously you do a fair bit of hours here in RADelaide, but what was the biggest differences riding around with the pros over there?
There were some massive takeaways actually. I love Amber. Sorry, I love Kombucha. She's great. We've been friends for years, but we've always... I wouldn't... Fight is a bit of a strong word.
Disagreed.
But we've always disagreed on my training. She always has been like, your training is wrong. Everything you do is wrong. You should be doing this instead. And for the sake of our friendship, we just don't talk about it anymore.
Do you have a coach?
Yes.
Okay.
Who is your coach?
Petite.
Petite perineum.
Petite
Yeah, I was
perineum.
trying to remember the name. Petite perineum, yes.
The old petite
You're doing it
perineum.
wrong, petite perineum.
Kombucha has also got a coaching background, am I right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, she does.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so she coaches as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, so she would always try and help me, which it's really handy and it's really nice of her to try and help, but
fuck
at
off.
the same time, I'm going to listen to my coach and also
And your body.
and my body, but I know what my strengths are and they're different to what her strengths are. And anyway, so we just decide not to talk about it because it just turns into an argument. Which is like doing everything wrong, just, yeah. So, but when I went over there, I knew she had just finished the tour and she had another tour.
Which tour, sorry?
The Tour
Tour de
Is that
Femmes.
the only-
Tour de Femmes avec Swift.
Avec Swift. Yes.
Get the name right.
Yes.
Yeah, so she just literally a day before got back from that when I got there. And then she was leaving for another tour of Switzerland, I think, the day after I left. So she had to do a training block in between. It wasn't a holiday for her. She definitely had to keep training. So I just said, okay, well, when I come over, I will just do your training. I will just do whatever you do. So I
cool.
did all of her
Epic.
efforts and, everything she did, I did.
How'd you go?
I felt like the shittest cyclist of all time while it was happening because I was like, I'm going to sell my bike when I get home. This is ridiculous.
Wow.
I'm glad to hear this is a common experience.
Yeah.
What was the biggest insight in the difference between how you train and how pro trains?
So, yeah, a few takeaways. One was I definitely underestimated how important sleep was.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry, how much
100%.
sleep do you get a night?
Like, on average, 5 hours.
Yeah,
you
that's
kidding me?
nowhere near.
Dude.
That's nowhere near enough.
No, it's not enough.
What's wrong with that?
You don't sleep.
You don't even get that, bro.
And I get it in half-hour segments.
And this is why the problem is me.
Not to flex, but I get on
I know,
average.
you go to bed at like 7. And
I get on average 9 hours and
Yeah,
15 minutes.
that's perfect.
And I have done that for about a year. And I read, there was this book called Why Do We Sleep by some like crazy doctor. I read it and I have
Fell
scared
asleep.
myself
But it's
into
not-
sleeping.
It's not just the amount of sleep you get;
It's
it's
the
the
type of
quality
sleep.
of
Yeah,
sleep.
the quality.
It's
Like
you
REM
need to get
sleep.
into the REM sleep.
Yeah, REM
Correct.
sleep and
Yeah.
a deep sleep.
Deep
And
sleep.
like he was going into, lack of sleep can lead to like Parkinson's,
Oh, yeah.
heart disease. It's
Oh,
the
that's why
only
my heart's
thing
all
that can like remove degenerative proteins in your
Yeah.
brain. And he was like raising really valid points about, sorry, I'm just going on a massive tangent. About
Surprise.
like if you look at evolution of everything, the entire world, and the only thing that has stayed consistent throughout everything is everybody's need for sleep, whether
yeah.
that's animals or whatnot.
Yeah.
And, you are in your most vulnerable state when you're asleep. Like, you cannot protect yourself, but we haven't evolved out of it, right? So what is it that is so... Like, it must mean that sleep is so vital for something, even though we might not have, like, the greatest understanding of why or whatever. But, yeah, it makes a massive difference. Like,
It's like
again...
putting your computer on standby.
Exactly.
Or
and
shutting it down.
this is a massive segue as
I never
well.
put mine on
Sorry.
standby.
But when I was at uni
So I'm gonna
and
shut
when
it
I
down.
was like... When I was learning like new violin pieces and I would have like an exam the next day, if I played throughout the night, I found that I wasn't as good unless I like went to sleep and then woke up the next day and did it because I don't know, it's just solid.
Yeah, I've
Needs
got
to
to do
restore
a minimum of 8
Yeah,
hours.
it's insane. So yeah, sleep is super important. So have you changed that?
Well, it's
Well,
very
she
difficult.
did in Girona because
Yeah. Oh,
Amber
look,
went to
I've
sleep.
not slept that well in my entire life. honestly.
Could you feel the difference as well?
I was, massively refreshed. Mentally, physically, everything. I just felt so refreshed and so much better than I'd felt in a really, really
sleep
long
on your
time. Yes.
watch?
So
Yeah.
my mum actually got me an Apple Watch for because I had atrial fibrillation, which
Yeah.
I had an operation for.
That's what my dad now has after his operation. Yeah.
AFib's pretty
Yeah.
common.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very common, and apparently in endurance
in athletes as well. Yeah,
Very,
100%.
yeah.
Stuart Grady used to go.
But anyway, this does what do you call those things?
ECG.
ECG. It does an ECG.
Yeah, I
so
looked at
mum
those
was
about them.
worried that I might have a heart attack or something, which is not going to happen. But anyway, she got it for me. So, but I use it to track my sleep.
And it will show you like deep sleep, REM sleep, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Isn't that
it's
amazing?
just so good. I was getting 8.5 to 9 hours
Good.
every night.
Yeah.
It was really, really, really
And
This
how
was
did that
overseas. This was just overseas. Have you kept that going now?
I'm at about 6.5 to 7. So
what's
no.
stopping you
yeah.
going to bed earlier?
What is it?
Well, I already go to bed at like
Tinder,
8:30.
Hinge, which one?
Do you have your phone? Do you have in that sort of vein? Do you have your phone by your bed though?
Yes, but I don't use it like for half an hour before I go to bed.
Yeah, so a bit of a digital detox.
But
Yeah.
even if you don't, right? Let's say you throw your phone over the Pacific fucking Ocean, right? I find if you cannot switch off your brain, good luck. You're not going to be able to fall asleep.
Oh, I can
Classic.
switch off. I am so
Have you
good
met
at
Alex?
sleeping.
Yeah, I know.
I'm actually really
How
good
long
at
does it take?
sleeping.
What I find is interesting is how long it takes you to get to sleep.
Yeah,
overnight
I am,
time.
6
my
hours.
head hits the pillow and I am out.
My average
immediately.
time to get to sleep is 3 minutes.
And what else is
Wow.
average
That's,
for 3 minutes?
that's,
huh?
that's longer than I last in bed.
I love
yeah.
that you were being like, kind of like beating around the bush, and then he's just like, "Yeah, that's how long." Yeah.
But there's no point having 8 hours sleep if you've had 7.5 hours of light sleep.
Yeah.
It's a fucking waste of sleep.
Yeah.
Waste of a night.
100%. But you can't actually control what type of sleep you get.
Can to a degree.
You can to a
Once.
degree, but
So I was listening to a podcast during the week. Sorry to interrupt, but they were saying
The RADelaide Summer podcast?
no, different one. I
Okay.
can't remember what it was called.
Get her off.
But it was talking about sleep, and it was talking about if you are having light sleep and you feel like it's just a waste of your time, it's actually better to get up and do something.
Do a
that
hot
you
lap
find
and then try
boring.
work. Yeah.
yes, because then that will put you to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
sometimes
something
send Alex a
that
message.
your brain is like, oh God, I wish I was sleeping instead of doing this.
But it's also got to do with when you eat dinner as well. Like if you eat dinner too late, it's going to affect your sleep, all of that.
Yeah.
I've got a little trick now that I've figured out a couple of years ago when I'm too, like, you know, when you've got too much
Rehypnol?
happening. Like, when I'm lying in bed, I think it must be some form of meditation because all I do is I think of the word black. Black. That's it. Black. Anything that comes into my mind, black. And I'll keep filtering it out. And so I'll picture black and I'll think of black. And then that's it. And then it gets to a point where I'm not thinking about anything else except black, and then I'll just fall asleep.
Wow.
Yeah. Try it.
Do you know what you should
Think,
try?
yep.
ZMA.
What's
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Zinc, magnesium, and what is it?
Yeah, I'd
Anthrax.
Mostly magnesium.
Acid.
It's like actual drugs. Like you fall asleep,
Oh,
you
the
have
cops
the
put me over.
weirdest dreams.
I don't need more weird shit
Oh
happening.
my God.
I'd take
Take that or melatonin. Have you tried melatonin?
They,
have
they are
tried melatonin.
debunking that.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
new research that's saying that you should not take
Not
melatonin.
long term as a younger person. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I
just-
don't-
I take
I don't know.
magnesium before bed and those Swiss,
on your recommendation, I did that too, but I'm still awake.
yeah. Well, I also take the Swiss sleep gummies as well.
Masturbating also helps before
Yeah,
you go
yeah,
to sleep.
definitely.
Yeah.
Most
Master.
nights.
How do you say it?
Masturbating.
Master?
What?
Masturbating.
You say master?
Hang on.
Masturbating.
There's a posh way of doing it.
You are
Masturbating.
wrong.
I have said that for the last 27 fucking years.
Let's
Why
put
were
a-
you saying
let's
that
put a
when you
poll
were
up
that
on the
young?
podcast page.
Master. You're not. What are you? I guess you're trying to.
Masturbating.
What are you
I'm
doing?
master my baiting.
Chardonnay.
What do you mean?
Masturbating.
You're
mass-
not master anything. You probably master. Yeah, I
You
don't
probably
know.
have mastered it by now.
Yeah.
I have.
Heard that word said before.
Like, France, what the fuck? Masturbating.
Oh,
It's a
masturbating.
wrong
Never
word.
been like potato
Do you say
masturbating.
castle or castle?
Castle.
Oh,
Yeah, master.
That's a different one.
Say
That-
master? Do you say, hang on, hold up,
I'm
hold
gonna go
up.
to the
No,
master
I'm getting
bedroom.
triggered, okay? Do you call it a master bedroom or a master bedroom? Fucking
Master.
master bedroom.
Master.
Yeah, but it's spelt
But it's
different.
different.
Master is a separate word
I'm going to
in
Google
master
it.
bedroom.
Actually, no, I shouldn't Google it on my
Yeah,
work
don't
computer.
Google it.
Queen Laquifa would be like, you are fired.
So if I could be Switzerland, if we can go back.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
We're good.
Circle
Anyway,
back.
there's no if talking about mastering training.
Yes.
Oh,
sorry, mastering training.
yeah, mastering.
I'm sure if you were
Apart from the sleep, what like the training itself? Like, how different was it?
Is it more structured to what you do?
It was pretty similar. It was pretty similar to what I do, but
Can I just ask, structured training, is that when you
Like
do
your trainer road stuff
Trainer
is
road
with-
stuff?
Yeah.
Any type of structure, like you could make it up by yourself. Like you go, okay,
But it's
cool.
like this is my designated
I wanna
session.
ride-
You're not just going out and rolling around in circles.
yeah.
I want to ride
Right.
3 days a week.
So more of those.
There were definitely structured sessions, but what I would say is that before and after the efforts, there was a lot more general riding.
Just strolling.
Just endurance.
Which I guess, it was zone. Well, for her, it was
Zone blue.
For
Yeah,
me,
zone
like
endurance.
zone 17.
Yeah. 74.
Zone 74.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think what it comes down to is time. That's
Yeah,
what
because
I
they don't have to do anything else.
No, so I was over there and I'm like, oh, this is so good. I'm going to implement all this stuff when I get back home. I'm going to sleep more. I'm going to
Work less.
places because walking is really good. Like
I like walking. It's
off
quite
the
good.
bike kind of recovery. Yeah. Activations before riding, like we would always do 20 minutes to half an hour of activations. Which
Sorry,
was
what the fuck does that
so
mean?
Good.
Like
Just
glute, like
was-
glute activations with the band and stuff. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, so it was a
so
combination of, I guess, like some stretching, but then also a bit of like strength exercises
Active stretching.
as well. Yeah.
We used to do that before soccer. Fun fact.
Yeah,
anyway,
probably
so.
the same sort of thing. But yeah, it all comes down to time. Like who has, you're getting up for bunch at 5 a.m. Who has time for activations before you're going to go? Like it's
Or
just,
full-time work or anything.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard. But yeah, so activations were really good. Structured training was the same, but there was a lot more Ks in that zone after and before. But one thing I did notice, and a lot of the Oz cycling riders do this as part of their training, is the constant power thing. I don't know if you guys have ever
How so?
ridden with. It's just whether you're going a flat road, uphill, downhill, whatever,
The same.
you're doing a constant power. So
If I ride by myself, I'll do that.
yeah.
Ride with these peanuts. Never
It's
happened.
fun.
Well, this is what I said
Harry
to
Halfwheel.
this is what I said
Yeah.
to Kombucha. I was like, no one really rides like that. And so what ends up happening is you go pretty slow uphill, but then when you're cresting up over the hill, it feels harder. It feels like
Faster.
you're going faster, even though it's just a
Yeah,
consistent
the track
power.
guys do a lot of that early
Yeah.
season as well.
It was awesome. It
Yeah.
was really, really good, but it has to be complemented with all the other stuff too. So if you're just riding around, there is absolutely no point in doing that as a normal person who doesn't do all the other stuff like track and like all the efforts that
All
they
the
do.
gym and
because
that,
you
yeah.
just end up being a shit rider, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was in the context of what we were doing. That was massive. That was really good for me in particular. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
What about
But-
if
Oh, no, go.
No, you go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Also, with that, I guess you got to factor in the type of racing that you're doing too.
Yeah, that's true.
What are you predominantly in? Crits? Road racing? Is that...
Well, both.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So no track or anything like that?
I did do track for a while. I did a little stint as a para.
Nice.
So-
So it would have been like the front of a...
No, I was the para.
Not a tandem.
Yeah, no, I have a brain injury. So I tried to get classified as a para and
How'd that happen?
they think I had a stroke, but I can't get classified because I can't prove
You need the barcode,
what
like Timmy.
happened. Yeah. Yeah, I needed to have, because I think it happened like 10 years ago, I needed to have actually looked into it at that time.
Yeah,
but I
wow.
didn't. I just, ignored it. So anyway, I did track when I was doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. that was
Interesting.
really good.
Track is bloody great.
Track is so good.
Unfortunately, is quite dead for people that are not in the academy.
Yeah. It's hard to get track time if you are not in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gets you fast and fit for crits though. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Was there an increase in like your food when you were over there? Or was it similar to here?
Food was another massive thing. Actually, I thought when I got back, I reflected on it a lot more. And what I realised was that so what you put in your mouth becomes a habit.
I was listeners at home. I was just looking at the master herself, Frankie.
Why did we all go
Do you know
to
what?
that place?
Do you know what? I think I need therapy.
Okay, now.
You want 2 scoops in your ice cream?
So yeah, so
So
you
yes,
back to your
diet, putting things in mouths. Yeah,
Whatever you put in your mouth becomes a habit, I feel like. Especially
That's
when you're
true,
busy,
yep.
You just kind of get in a habit of doing the same thing. I eat tuna and rice endlessly because it's just the easiest thing and I'm just used to it now. But
What do you think is the most detrimental food to eat?
Don't say KFC.
Just out of interest. Or type. It doesn't have to be a particular type of food, but like what's something that you think would just do the back pedal? Or is all food fuel?
I think one of the main things that I wasn't doing over there, which helped me lose weight and helped me feel better, was not having things like cakes and chocolate. And
So it's just refined sugars.
yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
shit.
What do you eat on the bike though? What's your fuel
Well, I now make my own rice cakes.
So
Ah.
it's still refined sugar though.
Well, yeah, but I guess you're using it straight away. So off the bike when
Right.
you're eating that stuff.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
So are you saying to me that you could be on
Yes,
the
I do.
bike and you can have a Krispy Kreme donut?
I
You
can only
can't diet on the bike.
No,
It's
you
like
can't.
a solar system on your house.
That was the other
Use
thing.
the power as it
Yeah.
comes in.
These guys know what do I pack in on my rides? I don't have gels. What do I have?
Lollies.
T-bone.
Yep,
Lollies,
lollies.
yeah.
No, I had T-bone the other
I
night.
have
It's delicious.
pizza.
Yeah.
So really, you could like
Lollies,
pack.
waffles, fucking.
Yeah, you could pack pizza, cake.
So,
No,
for
yeah.
example, when I do my
No.
big rides, I barely eat any cycling food. I eat what I like and what my gut is comfortable with.
Fucking oath.
So what was that?
Like bacon and egg rolls, like whatever I
that's
want. Yeah.
Fairly delicious, so
Yeah.
I can appreciate
I had
that.
one yesterday actually.
I miss bacon. Anyway, sorry. So food is what helped.
Yeah, well, kombucha made sure that I was fueled massively
gotta fuel your
well
workouts, yep.
because she didn't want me interrupting her sessions, I guess.
Do you know how
She was looking out for a sister too,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, yeah.
also
She was.
Yeah,
Ulterior
don't
motive.
slow me the fuck down.
Oh, I was petrified. There was a few times I was like, oh my God, I'm going to drop her wheel. I can't drop her wheel. Oh my God, just hold on.
Do you know how much more you were eating in terms of calories?
Nah, I don't. But I know that I was eating
All the
a
time.
lot. Yeah, like always eating. But it was always healthy stuff.
food.
Like we had a lot of vegetables, heaps of carbs still too. But it was all just
What kind of carbs?
yeah,
rice mainly.
Cool.
Just
Yeah,
mainly
I
rice?
love rice.
What
That's
about
my
like
favourite.
potatoes, sweet potatoes or anything like that?
No, not. Oh, we had some sweet potato a couple of times. The majority of it was rice.
Any pasta?
Sometimes pasta.
Sometimes. So just really rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Do you know that you can potentially get arsenic poisoning from eating too much rice?
That's why you
Just
wash
thought-
your rice before you cook it, mate.
Correct. It's okay. We all are. Hurry up.
Very educational pod
I
today.
know. On the
Is
food
it?
I
thing,
do
though,
love
do you have a
polenta.
question for Bernard Koblev?
Yeah, Mr.
Come on, man, let's go.
Oh yeah, I was
So
waiting.
Zinger Burger, good or bad?
Good.
Oh,
Hey.
but you don't
But-
eat them anymore.
Huh?
You don't eat them anymore.
Why?
Because you're healthy rice cakes.
Oh
and
yeah, I know, but
Everything in moderation.
I have a rule that I will have
Three
junk food
zingers.
once a year.
What?
What?
You have
Fuck
what?
off.
I
You
have
have more than that. Come on.
no, as in takeaway. I have junk food. Yes, I'll go get.
So you're talking about like the big four, like
Yes.
Macca's, Subway.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
Only
I
once a year.
yes.
That
But
zinger
I
burger he
don't-
bought was the first one I've had in like 10
Yeah,
years.
that's
I still
just
haven't.
true.
I
I
haven't
can't remember
had-
the last time I had a Macca's burger.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least 10,
I would
15.
always choose KFC for that when that time comes around. I'm
Really?
like,
Do you have a set
So
date?
is there a set
or like
date?
you just
Is it
go,
like-
this
Nah,
is it?
I just go. I get a feeling, then I'm like, oh,
it's on.
coming.
The tingles. you're
And
like,
for a couple
ooh.
of days, I'll hold it off, and I just can't stop thinking about it. So then I'll go do it.
that sounds
that's
familiar.
Should be.
And I used to work at KFC.
Oh, and you can still eat it.
Yeah.
So that's a
Yes,
good sign. That's a good
They use good chicken. It's I trust it massively. Yep.
That is, yeah. If you've
Wow.
worked there and you can still eat it, it's normally a good sign.
Kudos.
KFC sponsor the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Colonel, if you can hear me, you
What about
probably can't.
He's
but
dead.
Christmas Eve ride this year. Let's go. KFC after the ride.
End of Anzac Highway.
I'll do
Frosties.
it, but you got to do the 300.
I would do that. I want to do
Okay.
you
300.
haven't
on.
done 300?
But-
So, well, another question. Longest ride?
I want to say 260.
Oh, you're
Not
pretty much
100%
there.
Sure.
Yeah, you're almost there.
Yeah, but
Imagine doing 299.
I'm going to do it.
couldn't.
This
You
year is on.
I wouldn't do that.
I'll do it.
Even I wouldn't do
if
that.
I'm going to do crusties and do the 300, though, I need somebody who will be willing to push me the entire time.
We're
Didn't we push it
good
last year?
like that.
Yes, so I need that again.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right,
There's
book it
plenty
in.
of arms on crusties.
I'm going to refuse to show.
I reckon you could
the first 100 you could do easy.
Oh, the first 100, but then the next 200, I would need to get a wheel on the back.
Wheelchair.
Yeah.
You just got to yell at this guy to not go fast up. What's that road? Hallett Cove. Hallett Cove.
Oh,
Yeah, Lonsdale Highway.
the last year, last year.
Last year, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I will apologise
That
for some
was
part of
a
that.
stitch up. It was
Yeah, it was
Laidler. I
Laidler's
don't
fault,
know
the
what
wanker.
his pod name is, but it was
hasn't got one.
Laidler.
He hasn't got
There
one.
was
doesn't
some
use Strava.
serious genitalia energy.
Swinging.
There was many swings.
All right.
Lastly, one last question.
Yes.
What bike are you riding at the moment?
Well, thankfully, I have my S5 back.
Yeah.
So I was
How did you
on-
find going back onto your giant?
Oh my God.
Those brakes.
I'm intrigued, yes.
Those
How was
brakes
it?
are the
was-
worst.
Another good segue.
I had to apologise to everyone I rode with in Girona because
The noises?
because I couldn't descend because I didn't trust my brake.
Yeah, okay.
They are
just
terrible on the
did not-
Propel.
Obviously, I didn't know the roads, I didn't know the corners, but yeah, having a bike that doesn't have brakes was just ridiculous. It was really hard. And
Sorry, you go.
oh well, I changed my bike, my saddle height, and my shoes while I was over there. So
Jesus Christ.
Genius.
That's a lot of changes.
Absolute genius.
I'm not
would you
feeling
do that?
very good now. I'm not feeling good at all.
Any specific place that's not feeling good after all those
My
changes?
back is
Okay,
very
that's
bad.
not what I was thinking of.
Yeah. No, the saddle was actually a good choice changing that, but I just shouldn't
Okay.
change.
Did you
everything.
go to like a women's specific saddle or?
I actually borrowed.
Don't you run a TT saddle?
kombuchas. I did
Yes.
run a TT saddle,
Okay.
but that's only because I just couldn't find anything else that
Yeah.
remotely was comfortable. But I borrowed kombucha's Cadex saddle
Yeah.
while I was over there, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
It
cool.
felt so good. Like
Was it like a
the
women's
second-
specific one?
I think, well, it wasn't actually available to the public until just
okay.
recently. They made it for the women's team, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
So,
Good.
yeah, it was really, really good, comfortable the second I put it on. And then I looked at the price and I was like,
No.
All carbony.
Just don't
it
give it
was
back to her.
literally
Was there a gap in it
$600.
as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Box
like
cap.
$600.
Box cap.
So, but the power saddle, specialized power saddle,
Yeah.
Yes.
is very similar. So
love that.
That's what I run.
started using
Yeah.
that now,
Yeah.
and it's really
Love
good.
it. Yeah.
I didn't like it either.
I've used one before.
Yeah.
They're good, but the stealth for me is much better.
Like the Pro Stealth.
Yeah, man.
That's what came on my bike. I hated it.
But I'm in saying that I'm using the Pro logo equivalent now of the stealth.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
I like
It's like it's not 142. It's a tad smaller.
I
So I got
need
small
the
hips.
less wide version of the.
S-Works.
I think
It's on the
143.
143, I think.
Yeah,
it
in
is.
general,
143.
people
Yeah.
run two wider saddles
Mm.
and two bigger bikes as a whole stereotype.
Yeah.
They're
Just
hunched
back
over. And
talking about saddles and that, is that something that's fairly common in the women's peloton, like guys get with saddle sores and that?
Massively, but
Yeah.
it's unfortunately not talked about that much.
No.
No, of course not.
And people don't really love to talk about that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay.
But there's been a few pro girls who
There was a
actually
one pro
had
girl that
operation.
recently, who was it? That had an operation.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Two girls did.
I think I-
just recently.
This is probably TMI, but ever since I started riding, my labia has dropped.
I think that was the
Since when do you ever need to say TMI? And I had to actually think.
I was about to say, what's TMI? And then I was like, oh.
Yeah, I had to think about it. But
that was
also,
Genuinely,
I think that was the
genuinely,
operation that one of the
it's like
girls had to
no,
have.
genuinely,
What does
it's
it
like
do?
if you've got
Droops.
a ham sandwich, it's like it's the
You
ham's
know those
coming out.
memes you see on
Coming
Instagram
out.
when the girls
And
fall
also,
over
I've
on the
got
guitar?
really. I'm sorry. I've got like I don't know if you've got this as well, but discoloration as well between
Yes.
my thighs.
Yep.
Yeah.
The discoloration is pretty shit.
I'm glad
Yeah.
I asked that question.
Yeah.
No, it's interesting.
have you thought about changing your saddle? Because I don't.
Or
that
bleaching?
should not be
I
common.
have-
surely.
It's hard though because there's so
It's
many different types
Not
of
after you
saddles.
tell me that.
So many different types of saddles and they're expensive
Yeah, they
as
are.
well. Actually,
Everything's
when May-
expensive.
I don't know her pod name. What's she? Anyway, Maeve
Yeah.
had heaps and heaps of saddles that she'd tried over the years.
I don't know where that was going for a second.
And she put on Facebook that if
Microwavably
anyone wanted
unsafe.
to try a new saddle. if they were
Microwavably
struggling.
unsafe.
Microwavably unsafe. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So it is a massively common problem.
I've heard the ISMs are quite good.
That's what I was using the
Yeah,
TT
yeah,
saddle.
Yeah.
And it's the only thing I could remotely get comfortable on, but
Yeah.
it's caused some hip problems.
Yeah.
Your anterior.
Tilted
Tilted,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy because I don't ride as much as the elite girls by any
Speaking to the microphone.
sorry by any
Padawan.
means. But I notice like if I ride more than 50 kilometers, like I'll get what do you call it? Like
Discoloration?
No, not discoloration, but it'll split. So my skin will split.
Oh, yes.
Sorry. And so like it'll burn to pee and all that, and it's just
Get another fucking bike fit.
but that,
I've actually never had a bike fit, so that is probably.
What is wrong with you two?
Well, where do you want to start?
All right.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Moving
I don't know, man. But I've heard other friends that I've had in the cycling community, they've actually like lost sense, so they actually can't like orgasm either because they've just
I
completely
thought it was
lost.
just me.
I'm
Moral
sorry.
of the story, women of Adelaide, there is actually some really good bike fitters, like in Adelaide. Don't be a tight ass and get a fucking bike fit. Honestly,
I have
it
gotten
will
a bike fit.
might save your life.
I have got.
Might save a relationship.
I've gotten
Experiment
3
with a
bikes.
different
deep.
saddle.
It could actually
Might
save a
make you
relationship.
orgasm more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh? I'm
everyone loves to orgasm.
yes.
Get a different saddle.
Anyway, shall we?
Shall we?
Continue?
We shall, yes.
Alright.
I wanted to revisit because you weren't here for last week's episode.
Yes.
Or the
And you,
And
the
I
last
was-
and you didn't
episode,
listen.
And you didn't listen to your own podcast.
Well, I was busy crying, so
That's
yes.
okay. That's okay. But we got a $500 donation.
That is absolutely amazing.
we then got a
cannot believe
further
it.
$10, I think, and then a further. If you can do 700 watts for 10 seconds, there'll be another donation.
Do you know what? I'm going to bring in my ergo.
Yeah, that's the idea.
That's the
Ergo
idea.
You
next.
can do 700 watts for 10
I
seconds.
did 700 watts for 3 seconds.
I don't think I've ever seen 700.
Do you know what? We're bringing in the ergo, and I'm going to do 700 watts.
next episode.
How much are they going to donate if I do that?
I'll find out.
We'll find out. But
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Name.
10 seconds, 700 watts. Let's
Name an
go.
amount because he'll be listening.
Okay. Who is it?
Matt
Matt.
Matt who?
Sherwin.
Oh, okay. Matt, I am going to ride that into the sunset, my dude. You're going to watch all his legs go 700 watts. Yeah.
For how
I
long?
don't know. I mean, look at my calves.
Yeah, I feel like you are.
I do.
Yeah.
What you got to name the price?
What do you mean the price?
How many coffees?
Oh, I get to name it. Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah,
But
let's
you know,
go.
it's going to be very difficult. So I'm going to
Don't be
say.
silly about it because he's already bought 500. But
Oh, he's bought 5. So he's. Oh,
He was the $500 donation.
Okay, well, he's already done 500. So I'm going to say if I do 700 watts for 10 minutes. I mean, 5. Sorry. 700 for 5.
That's 1,000
so I wanna say
coffees.
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Do we think $200 is fair? Or is that
gonna
too
go
much?
I would say if he bought us another 10 coffees, I'd be
I was
happy
gonna
with
say
that.
10, yeah.
So what's that in maths?
$50.
That's $50.
Okay, so 100. We'll do 100.
Okay.
Wow, driving the bargain.
So what?
$100.
So, yeah.
And then if I can't do it, I will.
You give him $50.
I'll get a triple X wax.
That's not a carrot.
We
or a
can't
stick.
do that live.
No.
No.
That reminds me, we haven't thought of the.
It reminds you of what?
Oh, no.
The challenge for the
We haven't thought of the challenge yet for the losers of the quiz.
Oh, dear. I mean, yeah.
Well, you had your
Triple X
chance.
wax.
Maybe that's a
Moving
triple
on.
X wax for all of you.
Okay.
That actually would be quite funny.
That would
It
take
would
a
be.
long
Would
time.
it?
Yeah.
I'm ethnic.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You and the loser.
Yeah, I'll be freaking out together.
That was amazing.
It was me and Wimbrium.
Yeah, I'm surprised with that, to be honest.
Yeah. So am I.
Those questions were hard.
They were. They
That
were.
was
I was
sounding.
like, I would have just been sitting here going,
So that means
That's
I'm
exactly
smart.
what we were doing.
yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know. Is it smart or is it just that you've been in it a long time?
In what?
Trauma.
I'm not even in.
Trauma.
I'm not even in it yet.
And I want to flag a couple of things super early whilst we've got time to prepare. You two.
They're
Actually,
actually
before you
related.
go into it, I must say that you have actually purchased some new equipment
We
I
have.
have,
for
Thanks
the
to Matt.
podcast.
Yeah,
Thanks
so-
to Matt.
yeah.
And
Not me.
I'm going to say
Not me.
we look elite as fuck now.
Yeah,
so
we
do.
thank you.
I hope this turns out all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just wanted to revisit the Keystone Cycling Team sponsors because we are having a big function on October the 21st. It's here
That's my
and Reform Gin Bar. It's open to all people.
Wait, really? A party?
Yes, we're having a party.
having strippers too?
We're having
Oh,
no strippers.
okay.
But anyway, so Reform Gin Bar is the sponsor, Lucre Electrical is the sponsor, L&H Electrical Wholesalers is the sponsor, TLW Commissioning is the sponsor, Life PT and Echelon Cycling Studio are all sponsors of our cycling team
That's
this year.
epic. So
It's
cool.
pretty wild, yep. So yeah, October 21st, keep that day free.
October 21st. Cool.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
Wait,
but
isn't there a...
no, it's between rounds. It's between rounds. But you're going to come here, you're going to have a good time, you're going to try the gin, and on October the 22nd, which is the following day, is the next iteration of the Breakthrough charity ride. So
the longest day of my life.
I've never seen Wang actually triggered. That was him.
we were helping people.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's a good cause.
You did that today. You helped
It was a
someone.
good cause. It was
So
just
we'll put out
very
a
long
bunch
day.
more information on the socials soon, but keep those dates free,
I'm just going
please.
to put this out there.
Yes.
That is why people have anxiety and don't want to show up to things.
Why?
Because they know that people are probably going to judge them.
That's why I didn't tell Wang about my 500k ride.
Oh.
Getting anxiety.
there.
He was so fucking angry though.
Anywho.
Yes.
Yes, Wang, please read.
All right, let's jump right into it. So the main reason why we exist is to let see who's been spinning up the summer this week and check out the times for the folks who have been giving us a show. Maybe the fast guys, it may be the slow ones, it may even be everyone in between. But like we said, we'll dive into their rides and data a little bit more robustly, and then we'll see who has caught Frankie's eyes on the leaderboard with some handpicks, fun and analysis.
Amazing. So,
So
burnt
Burnt
cobbler.
Cobbler, we're going to run through the fastest men and women.
Oh.
Apparently.
Before we do that, your PB.
Your PB, yeah, what is it?
It's on here.
16:10.
16:11, actually.
Bullshit, that's wrong. It's 16:10.
Nah, I triple checked that in Strava
When
before
was-
I came on.
Was that on, was it after a Wednesday chop?
Yes.
How the
Was
fuck
that
do you
on-
know that?
I remember that
reckon
too.
it was on my
Everyone
wheel.
remembers it.
Why is that?
Maybe.
You're with
You and
the shit,
Ruby
the
Red
shit new name. Yeah,
Ruby
that
Red
one.
Flamingo.
Yeah. Ruby Red.
Dash
Ruby Red
Hound.
Pink.
Flamingo.
Queen of the
Your
Dash
teammate.
Hounds.
Queen of the Dash Hounds.
Yeah.
Your mate.
I don't-
Your actual
I
mate.
don't reckon she was there.
I reckon she was.
I reckon she was.
I reckon you both got PDs that day.
Yeah, you did.
I was there.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'll probably never get one again because I seem to only be able to climb Norton in 20 minutes now.
Oh, I feel that. I did it in 28 minutes this week and I was dying.
I'm 4 kilos lighter since I got back and I can't climb.
Oh,
4 kilos.
Or
Yeah.
Wow.
It just dropped off when I got back.
Yeah, right.
Probably stressed, to be honest.
Anyway, who was
Anyway.
the fastest woman?
Yeah, let's go.
Or fastest man, whichever way you want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fastest man was Lizard Lips.
Do you like that?
What happens after 50 minutes on the bike?
He... Oh,
He did.
1 second off of his PB.
No, that's
oh,
a-
no,
the
that was
classic-
his
He got a
okay.
PB.
He got a PB. I
Right,
just
he
had
got
to.
a
It's the
PB.
first time on the pod.
First time on the pod. Right,
Puts his
right,
pass
it
right.
was a pretty big PB as well.
Yeah. It's rapid.
12:45. That's very fast. His
Hang on.
average power.
First time on the potty, and he got fastest man.
Yep.
He went
Holy
up.
shit.
Yep.
It was him and one of the don't know his
I love that he knows this. The mayor of Norton.
Oh, I know.
and yeah, they're heading to China next week, both of them.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't know his name.
Yeah, cool.
Anyway. Yep. So 12:45. Average power was 366. Interesting, right?
Low watts.
What's
Yes.
interesting?
Interesting. I was just looking at the difference in power between the top female and the top male. So the top male was 366 watts average. Top female 315 watts average. That's not that much different considering male female.
Actually,
I
rode
think
with Lizard
yes,
Lips
but
today,
there is
actually.
like 4 minutes difference in. I reckon Lizard Lips is probably actually lighter than your top female. This
Sorry.
I rode
yeah,
with him today.
Yeah.
Went up Norton
Yeah.
this afternoon.
yeah.
He is looking fit as a fiddle.
Mm.
Did a
Yeah.
little stint in Europe too.
Yes, I know. We missed each other by
China.
I think
He's
like
a good lad too.
a week, maybe not even a week.
Yeah. Very good. Sorry.
Anyway, so his average power was 366. Average speed was 25.8.
Good.
And it was
Good,
a
solid.
74-kilometre ride.
Yeah.
Just easy.
Very nice.
Yeah, they had pretty good wind condition. I think it was Thursday. Might have been Thursday, I reckon it was.
Oh, Thursday, warm summer's day.
Yeah, lightly blowing.
What?
Lightly blowing. And fastest woman?
Fastest woman was Queen Victoria. Classic, always.
Was Queen Victoria.
Was
Well,
Queen Victoria.
yes,
Yeah, what's
continue.
going on there?
You should say that she has got a...
Oh, yeah, she got a PR.
Yeah, so
She
what's her
didn't
new
just
PB?
get a
Well, I was
PR.
gonna
She
say-
smashed
Yeah,
it.
she smashed it. So her previous PB was 15:13, and she did a 14:42, which
Holy fuck.
she is 1 second off top 10 on Norton.
And pretty
Overall.
pretty
That
angry
is
about that, I heard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is so impressive. And also, she said that her computer device, I don't know what it is, I think it might be a Garmin, it wasn't showing her the time.
So she
it
was just gone blind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she said if it was showing her the time,
She would've-
she would have known she was 1 second off, and she would have sprinted, but she didn't sprint. She was just so she
Did she
got it.
do... Was it on... I saw her yesterday at the top of Corky. Was it on Supers?
Yeah. right.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
it was.
Yeah. But there wasn't a very big Supers bunch, I reckon, yesterday.
Don't know. She
what I
said
saw.
she stayed with the front group for a while.
Yeah.
What a fucking legend.
That's awesome.
Well, I should
She's
say
in good form at the moment.
she's...
Alex is cramped.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you actually cramp?
Oh, my God.
Something
Are you
different.
okay?
He's cramping.
Oh,
Now, imagine that. But in other places.
in my life.
Really?
No.
He cramps daily.
Do you eat a lot of dill pickles?
I do eat lots of pickles.
Anyway, we should say
You have a
that
fucking big
Queen Victoria has reached out to the podcast because she got her PB
Oh, she wants to change her name.
and she would like to change her name. So first up, she would just like to say that she loves the podcast and she thinks that it brings great entertainment
that's
to my
amazing.
Monday work commute. So thank you very much, Queen
thank you.
Victoria.
Cool.
And she would like to change her name to Cactus.
Because that's how she felt at the top of the Northern Summit.
Yeah, Cactus.
Why?
Because that's what she wants and that's what she'll get.
Yeah.
Cactus.
She gets.
So congratulations.
I'd be calling
Cactus.
Norton a bit of a prick after not getting a one.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
Maybe that's
Yep.
why.
All right, moving on. Men's bracket.
Well, anyway, I didn't actually get to say her other stats, though.
Oh, it's up to you.
Come on, let's go.
Wow.
It was
sorry.
on a 145-kilometre ride, which is
Jesus
pretty impressive. And 315 watts average power.
Yeah, that's massive.
That is huge.
For well, without sounding rude, but for a female, that's
Yeah.
massive watts.
It is.
Right.
She's so strong.
It's not rude.
She's
It's
so
elite
strong. And 177 beats per minute.
Okay, so she's working.
Well, I don't know. She's young, surely.
How old is she?
I don't know.
Do you know?
Well, they're all
My
20,
age?
aren't they?
Yeah.
20. I think she might be 24,
Okay.
23, 24. Nah, well, she's not in under 23s. Maybe she's 24.
Okay.
Anyway.
Da,
Yep.
da, da, da. Sweet. Men's. So we have
Frankie's
Tassive
rushing right
Mitts on.
What bracket? What time bracket is it?
This is
17
the
minute
17 minute. Now, someone did notice that I had been picking the early end of the brackets, so I'd be going from like 0 seconds to 15 seconds.
So you started from
So
the
now
bottom.
I've
That's
gone,
my day.
no one is safe. So I've gone the 17 minute bracket. So Tassive Mitts, who's done a 17:49 on a 69-kilometre ride, 140 beats per minute because you're just not working hard enough, are you? Jesus Christ. Then we have Betty Whiteout,
Love
who
Betty Whiteout.
has done a
One of the best
17:49
Usual,
again
mate, yeah.
on an
Yeah.
82-kilometre ride with a PB of 12:28. Again, no heart rate, but 245 watts of power. Wait, 272. Wow, I think I'm going crazy. All right, next we have Fernando the Squirrel. Squirrel.
Wow.
Squirrel.
Day, Junior.
Fernando the Squirrel.
You made the name.
Yeah, you did.
Squirrel. I did. There we go. Squirrel. Oh, fuck.
Squirrel.
Squirrel.
Master.
Hater.
Who's done a 17:51 on a 34-kilometre ride. That reminds me, I can't say Penguin.
Penguin.
Yep, can't say it. All right, next I can't. Just can't
There's
do
a
it.
few words we've learned you can't say tonight.
Yeah, the lubrication sensation, who's done a 17:54 on 71-kilometre ride with a PB of 14:31, 23% off. So you were just chilling. And then we have Joshua High. Please take note of real name. I tried to be funny.
Ah, yes,
Get
I
it?
see what you've done
Yeah,
there.
thank you.
Yes, well done.
Did a 17:57 on a 44-kilometre ride. Good work, Mr. Joshua High. All
Love
right.
it. All right. Women's brackets.
brackets.
Yeah. All right. What do we got? Is it the true 18 to 19 minutes?
No, it's
18 to 20.
It's just
It's-
it's random because
It's
there wasn't
random.
enough.
no
No,
bracket.
it's good. All right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We even managed to
First
squeeze the podcast guest on here.
Ooh. First off the ranks, we've got another podcast favourite, R2DI2.
Ah, yes. Love,
Oh.
love this lady.
Oh, you can't
With
take
a-
these away.
Yeah.
You can't take these away.
With an 18:01 105k ride, we've got data too. 241 watts average with a 170 heart rate. Well done. 10% off her PB. Shit, that's pretty rapid for a PB too. 16:22.
Not bad. Who we got up next?
Is that right?
I
I'm not faster than her.
I was going to say, I thought her PB might be quicker.
R2DI2, let's go. Let's go for a PR.
That sounds like
And you can change your name.
sounds like something I'm going to lose.
Second off, the ranks, we have the one, I can't even talk, wow. Burnt cob loaf, let's go, with a 2042, a lazy 160k ride.
Was that Wednesday?
160k ride.
Yeah.
Would have been after Chop on Wednesday.
No, that was yesterday.
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 Oh, yes. So
Yeah.
did
There's a
Chop.
date on the end there, Wang.
Just easy. in Wang's, oh no, I was going to say.
No, it's right there.
No, I
Right
can't
there.
really
It's
see
right
it.
there.
It's a bit of a reflection.
He needs his
My eyes
glasses.
are old.
He's old.
183 average
Too much
watts.
masturbating.
You're just taking it easy. With
Me?
163 beats per minute. Yeah, you're just taking it easy.
I was cruising, yeah. I was actually with...
Brenham?
I know who you're talking about.
Yep.
I don't.
Australia's Got Talent.
Is that his name?
No, he hasn't got a name yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I should have actually put him as a handpick, though. He got a PV this week. Anywho.
All right. Third off, we've got Fish Face.
That's actually a terrible
It's not
name.
very nice.
I was
Yeah.
also with her. We did that together.
Oh, Fish Face. Oh, okay, cool. On the 9th. Yes, I like it. 122k ride with a 2044, 207 watts of power, 192 heart rate.
So Bernd Koblev sprinted her for the top.
You dirty dog.
I do.
Third off the ranks, we've got Notorious Norton Slayer. Actually, no. Oh, I know her. With a 21:52, 97k ride, no power.
97. Why did she
She's
not do
doing
the extra
triathletes.
3K?
No, that's okay. That's gone straight home, not around the block.
No, but she should have gone around the block.
I went around the block deliberately to get to
163
99.
BPM. Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome work. Last but not least, we have
What is that? I can't read it either.
Wormette.
Wormette?
Yeah, it's like the female worm.
They're just worms, mate. They don't have genders. It's a worm.
How do they reproduce?
What's a male worm?
They're not.
Like,
they're
just
not
worm.
gender
Oh, not
specific.
worm-man?
It's a
Yeah,
worm.
no, it's like,
It's
like...
worm. It's like McLovin.
But then how
Worm.
do they get more worms?
Well, they do. They're gender. They just have gender-specific names.
Shut the fuck up and read the names.
We've got worm.
Wormhead.
With 22, 37, 90, 50, not 59k.
That cracks me.
I love
Come
that.
on, mate.
What?
No, 59's all right. That doesn't trigger me.
You're not near
about
anything
50 to 69?
significant.
Do you go to 60?
Pretty funny.
Yeah, you go to 60.
No,
Okay.
you don't.
Okay, no, you're worse than me. You don't think
You
you got
just need a
OCD?
round number.
You know,
It's
you've,
not hard to get a round number.
We've just diagnosed you with OCD.
You guys,
we
you guys
have-
are fucking related, eh? No power, no heart rate. So, Alex,
Yes, we have a handpick.
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 Again with no data.
it's all right.
Sorry, I'm still fucking dying here with my leg.
Help me, geez.
Lieutenant Beans in a can. Is that a shop? Is that something
No,
you
it's
saw?
nothing. That's
No.
just what he said he felt like when he was going up the summit.
Beans in a can.
So it's
Okay.
actually one of my
Work colleagues? No.
work colleagues, from Santos, one of the project managers. He hadn't been on the bike in a year, and I've befriended him.
Yeah.
And he went faster than you.
And we
And he dropped you.
pedaled up together, and so I was proud. And
That's
so
super
here
cool.
we go. So we did a 27:57.
As part of a 41k day.
Yeah.
work.
I like it.
Good
Very,
work,
very
Lieutenant
nice.
Poked
Beans in
out
a
many
can.
of our eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fun. It's actually, this is hilarious, right? It was really cold that day,
It was cold.
and
this day.
my nips were on show, slightly offsided because
Slightly
I don't know,
lopsided.
'cause they're really
Lopsided.
big, and you have to like stuff them in the bra, and because they're like water
I love that
jugs-
you're going like that. I'm like, I know where you're.
Yeah, no, but like they're very like saggy, and so you have to chuck them up, and you can move them, and they're just a bit weird,
Have you ever been a runner?
kind of. But I've lost weight, gained weight, lost weight, gained weight, and so I'm just like, it's just like sags. Like, okay, picture this, right?
No.
Oh God.
For the listeners.
Hang on. All right, you got a goon sack, right? It's now quarter filled, hanging from a clothesline.
Yeah,
that is my boobs.
Goon of Fortune. I've
Yeah,
had
Goon-
my
yeah,
Fortune.
Goon of
Yeah, and then it's just it all kind of falls to the bottom, and then the thing where the goon comes out, it's a bit sad. It's like kind of a bit just chilling there. Anyway,
Never going to be able to play Goon of Fortune again.
Anyway, it's funny. He couldn't look me in the eyes because I was so cold.
You poked him out. That's why.
Poor bloke. All right. Anyway, continuing
Wang,
on.
what's happening?
Let's get this.
There's not
back on the
much
straight
happening
and
yet.
narrow.
Sorry.
So this week, what do we got coming up? So first week, you haven't got. Oh, yes, we do. Super Series. It's Saturday, first week of Super Series,
Are you
round
like
one.
jumping ahead of the run sheet?
Yes,
champ?
because the 16th comes before the 17th.
Doesn't
Or
matter.
say a Sunday race.
Doesn't
before the
matter.
Saturday race.
Doesn't matter.
No. So
Read the sheet.
Sunday the 16th, Saturday the 16th of September, we have round one of the Super Series, Vic Park.
Yep.
What we've all been waiting for.
No
Reverse circuit to what was raced today.
What?
Yeah.
So we're going backwards. Why are we going backwards?
It's a delightful course.
Wait, so we're doing
Short
Short
circuit.
course,
corners?
left-hand
Yes,
turns.
all
yeah.
left-hand turns.
Yeah.
So
Which
the
way's
bottom
left?
corner is going to be opposite to right. Then Sunday, back it up with the Adelaide Hills Cycling Club, Fox Creek.
How many people
Lovely,
you reckon they're going to get to that?
lovely course, that one. Alex's favourite. And then we have...
Only
That is
because it's
filthy.
actually 59 k's long.
Ah, right. Okay. No, I didn't even look at that. And then on Thursday, the 14th of September, we have
What is this?
Motor pacing.
track and... Yeah, they do motor pacing. Hanson. Good night out down there.
Fun fact, I'm one of the motor pacers
Oh,
on occasion.
Are you?
Yes. I have to get somebody to
14th of
take the
September.
scooter down to the track for me
'Cause you'll
I
ride.
can't get it
Oh, that's
down
this week.
Oh.
That's this week.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't make it. Bugger.
all right.
Frankie.
Frankie.
Ladies, gentlemen, boys, girls, and all creatures in between. If you enjoyed yourself, why don't you give us a follow through your favourite podcast app or access all our episodes through YouTube or literally any platform you could think of. Please subscribe, hit the bell icon, ding, and forget to tell and don't forget to tell all your friends and share it with absolutely everybody.
So we're all over the socials where we give you updates, info, and let you know where the new episodes are out and other podcast news and information. If you want to support the podcast,
Which, honestly, making a huge difference. We have got big daddy
this is
microphones.
sick.
This is
I don't have to
amazing.
use my arms.
I'm going to take a
Great.
photo of you right now and put it on social. Keep talking.
So if you want to support the podcast, like our mate Interstate, head to our Buy Me a Coffee. Sorry?
That rhymed. Our mate Interstate.
I know. I made that myself. Not like a Tony Hawk joke. Anyway, so head over to Buy Me a Coffee page, and if you donate, we'll give you a shout out on the podcast next week. Alex?
Yes, we would love your feedback and to know your thoughts. So hit us up. Let's have a chat through our Facebook or Instagram page, or shoot us an email to RADelaide@gmail.com. And with that, I have a joke for you. Why do seals like to go to Tupperware parties?
Wow. Do you
And
speak
do you know what?
Sudanese as well?
I actually got that wrong.
Got that wrong.
What?
I got it wrong. Rewind.
Okay.
Why do walruses like to go to Tupperware parties?
Because they have big tusks.
No, to find a tight seal. We'll see you around.
Ciao. Bye-bye.
Oh my god.